Well, that wasn't much of a break. Since August 2018, after a prolific volcanic eruption that had rocked Hawaii's Kilauea volcano suddenly fell silent, the volcano has been more or less quiescent. But shortly after 9:30 p.m. local time on Sunday, lava was seen once again erupting within the large crater at Kilauea's peak. Just moments later, a magnitude 4.4 quake emanating from the volcano's southern flank shook the Big Island. At this stage, there is no known threat to human life. People are primarily concentrated on the volcano's flanks many miles downslope from the summit. But this situation is dynamic and ongoing, and eruptions aren't predictable in the way you may think. David Phillips, the U.S. Geological Survey's Hawaiian Volcano Observatory (HVO) acting scientist in charge, said in an official update, HVO continues to monitor Kilauea as the situation is rapidly evolving with this evening's eruption at the summit of Kilauea. We will send out further notifications on Kilauea and other Hawaiian volcanoes as we observe changes. There aren't many details out about the new eruption at the moment, and that's perfectly understandable, it's just started. Right now, the HVO will be intensely monitoring the situation while communicating with, among others, the County of Hawaii Civil Defense Agency. But there are a few important things to note ahead of what may or may not come, based on the volcano's past few hundred years of activity. Here are a few questions you may have, with some heavily caveated answers. Where is this new eruption taking place? It's happening on Kilauea, a shield volcano located on the southeastern corner of the Big Island. The eruption is so far confined to the volcano's peak. Specifically, it's happening at Halemaumau crater inside the summit of Kilauea Volcano. This is essentially a pit within a cauldron-like chasm at the top of the volcano, and is far from any large concentrations of people. For now, the threat to human life is relatively low. How does this relate to the 2018 eruption sequence? The volcano, in one form or another, had been erupting pretty much continuously since 1983. The 2018 eruption was, in some way, the final flourish of this record-breaking eruption. A cornucopia of phenomena emerged during the 2018 eruption, but here are the salient points. When it began at the end of April, lava drained rapidly away from Halemaumau crater from May 2nd. By May 10th, lava had descended more than 1,000 feet below the crater floor and could no longer be seen. This indicated that the magma reservoir beneath Halemaumau was speedily draining away. Consequently, the entire summit caldera, no longer supported by the magmatic foundations below, began to sink like an erratically deflating balloon. As it did, rocks fell into the expanding maw, plugging up the volcano's esophagus.